Here's why you might not be getting the visibility that you want on Instagram. Number one, with the most love possible, my girly, making selfish content. I said it, you are making selfish content, which is not allowing your audience to want to follow you. So here's why. You have zero plan when you're actually creating your content. Meaning it's just like oh, I did some work today. Let me just throw this up. Let me just slap this up on Instagram. You don't have a plan of the content, and it's giving a little bit of selfish versus having a plan of something that your audience is going to resonate with, something that your brides are going to resonate with. Without a plan, you're probably not going to have the consistency that somebody is going to want in order to follow you, meaning they don't know what they're going to consistently get from you in order to want to follow you on Instagram. Next, it's content that you're loving and it's not serving anyone. So it's just like, oh, here's me working this weekend. Let me throw that up and let everybody know that I worked this weekend. Or just posting photos and videos of your work, which isn't giving any value to your audience. You wanna make sure that you are giving value to your brides. And number three, that's not getting you the visibility that you want on Instagram, is you're expecting a trendy audio to do all of the heavy lifting for your Instagram content. So you put something up and you're like, oh, I put a trendy sound behind it, it's gonna blow up, I'm gonna get visibility from it on Instagram. And no. You need to take the time to understand what's gonna make a carousel engaging, what's going to resonate with your audience in order for them to want to consume your content on a consistent basis, as well as what's actually going to make your reels more engaging and focusing on the quality of your content that you're putting out versus just throwing something up and hoping that the audio lets it take off. Now let's rewind a little bit and take a look at some of my first reels. Now these reels are absolutely giving selfish. It's giving, I heard that I should post reels, so I'm just gonna post some reels, versus where you see my reels today that are providing a lot more value to my brides, to hairstylists, to my audience that I know is consuming it behind the screen, right? Versus the ones before it's giving selfish era. It's giving, I'm just throwing something up. It wasn't until I started creating the kind of content that I knew was going to deeply hit with my brides and resonate with my audience that I finally got out of that 200 view jail that maybe you're stuck in right now. So let's dive into some 3 myths with Instagram and getting visibility. Myth number 1, again, we're going to go back to the trending audio, that you can throw up any video and the trending audio is going to let it perform way better. This is absolutely false, because when it comes to short form content versus long form content, such as like a YouTube video or something that is over 60 seconds, short form content really has to be driven to grab somebody's attention within the first few seconds. Otherwise, they're going to keep scrolling past to get that dopamine hit within the next video that they see. So you really need to make it engaging and really grab your viewers' attention on the other side of the screen that makes them want to stop the scroll and pay attention to your video. You might hear these referred to as hooks, so they can be visual or they can be text-based, but you want to do something that's going to be engaging with your audience to get them to want to stop and pay attention to your reel. This will get you a lot more visibility than just using a trendy audio. The next myth that I see is that you don't need to post a lot anymore on Instagram. This is false. Nothing creates community and consistency and comfort within somebody to want to follow you more than you consistently posting on a certain time and day, or on an overall consistent basis. Meaning, I know that when I go on Instagram, I'm going to see XYZ creator and I know that I want to consume their content. Meaning, post consistency really matters, especially when you have a smaller account. I want to talk about one of the TikTokers that I love that has actually shared some of her secrets about how she blew up. If you look at any of the TikTokers that you love or anyone on Instagram, they are posting consistently. So if you hear that you need to post less if you're a smaller account, I really wouldn't take this advice because it doesn't apply to you. Anyone starting out, when they were starting out, they were posting multiple times a day. So for instance, Emily Kaiser, when she was starting out, she just went on a TikTok and said she was posting 4 to 6 times a day over on TikTok to get where she is now, which is multiple millions of followers. Consistency matters. Posting multiple times a day might not be your jam, and you definitely want to find something that is going to be able to be something that you can keep up with on a consistent basis. But if you're looking for hell of a lot of visibility and you're looking for major visibility, or you're looking for more growth on your Instagram account, I would take account into how consistently are you showing up. It trains the algorithm to know who you are, what kind of posts you share, so that way they can actually disperse your content to more people who are going to care about it and want to consume. The third myth that I'm hearing coming around talking about Instagram visibility is you don't need a niche. This is absolutely false. Now, bringing it back to Emily Kaiser and the video that she posted talking about how she got big on TikTok, she went and said that she actually doesn't believe in having a niche and that she didn't have a niche because she didn't want to feel stuck in a box. Now, why I think this is totally false is because she actually does have a niche. If you follow Emily Kaiser and you look at her content, she has a niche of a stay-at-home mom that is actually pretty niche. So all of her content is surrounding that. So the people in her audience really resonate with that, and she posts content that stay-at-home moms will care about, such as her get ready with me vlogs while she's like putting her kid to bed, things about her like going on errand trips with her son and doing things like that. It's all related about family. Yes, she does talk about broader topics such as like hair, beauty, fashion. She talks about broad topics, but majority of her content is surrounding about her being a stay-at-home mom, which is pretty niche. Now for you, you already kind of have a niche, meaning the industry that you're in kind of sets up your niche for you, whether you're a bridal hairstylist or you're a bridal makeup artist. Now let's get even more niche inside of what you're talking about to make it easier for people to find your content and relate to it faster. Imagine that you're looking for barbecue dinner side ideas for 4th of July, okay? So you're going onto Instagram search, you're going onto TikTok search, and you're typing that in. Barbecue dinner side ideas for 4th of July. When you're in there, when you're searching, you don't want to be looking and finding mashed taters and gravy, okay? That's not something that you make on 4th of July. You're looking up something very specific. So this is exactly why you want to have a niche, because you're not looking for any old dinner sides. You're looking for something specific, and you want that kind of content to be served to you in that moment. Now, that's exactly how your bride is actually searching. And this is insane because I just finished a hair trial and I always ask my brides, how did you find me? And this is exactly how she found me and why a niche is so important. I said, were you searching on Instagram or did you find me through someone else? And she said, oh no, I was actually in Instagram and I was typing in New Jersey hairstylist and I was actually searching up hairstyles of the tucked wave. And of course, my content popped up because I know the types of styles and things that my brides are searching is something super specific and niche to them. And those are the styles that I provide and that I do for them. And that was the style that she got today. She got the tucked wave. This is exactly how your bride is searching. She's searching for something that is specific to her. Pinterest even got on board with this. If you have ever gone on to Pinterest, go in and type in bridal makeup looks, and you will see that they now have suggestions for eye color as well as skin tone that you can search up and make it more specific to you to find more beauty looks, more makeup looks that are more specific, that relate better to you. More specific equals more relatable equals more shareable, which is the most important kind of content when it comes to getting visible, specifically on Instagram. The head of Instagram, Mosseri, actually came out and did a reel where he talked about how shareable content is the #1 metric that they track.
Okay. Some advice. One of the most important signals we use in ranking is sends per reach. So out of all the people who saw your reel or your photo, how many of them sent it to a friend in a DM? At Instagram, we're trying to be a place where people can be creative together. We want not only to be a place where you passively consume content, but where you discover things you want to tell your friends about. A reel that made you laugh so hard you wanted to send it to your brother or your sister. Or a soccer highlight that blew your mind and you wanted to send it to another fan. That kind of thing. So don't force it as a creator, but if you can, when you're making content, think about making content that people would want to send to a friend, to someone that they care about. And it will help you reach over time. More advice to come. Peace.
When you think of a piece of content that you share to a friend in a DM or that you share to your story, it's something that resonates to you and your personality and is specific. And that's why your niche is so important in order for you to get more visibility faster. If you're like, okay, Marissa, but I really don't know how to get niche inside of my topics and what I talk about, don't you worry, my friend, because inside BRIDALPRENEUR Socials coming out in August, I dive into this in depth and I break it down step by step by step how you can find your niche, as well as define your content topic pillars to make getting visible on Instagram a no-brainer for you, my friend. If you had a major takeaway, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next week with designing your Instagram feed. And I'll be answering the question, do aesthetics really matter on Instagram anymore? We'll see. I'll see you guys later. Bye.